The New Zealand music industry is influenced by blues, jazz, country, rock and roll, and hip-hop. These genres come together in many different shapes and forms, with their own unique Kiwi twist. However, in years, New Zealand has further diverted and grown to further solidify New Zealand's toes in the global music industry. This has been done in various ways. One of most notable has been through the use of te reo Māori, seen in artists like Stan Walker and more recently bands like Alien Weaponry. Further artists such as Lorde have been able to dominate the international stage with their unique electronic hip-hop beats.
But who is up and coming? Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm a 17-year-old female who sings and writes her own music. This is my story, as I'm young, female, and singing. I sort of started getting interested in music when I was about in year 5 or 6. I had like a Now This CD. I got it for Christmas or my birthday or something. It was about Now This, like 27 probably. And I remember the 4th track was You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. And I just got obsessed. I got so invested in her and I really loved her a lot, and I was so entranced with how she wrote her own songs, she played the guitar. I just sort of fell in love with it. I fell in love with music, I started listening to it more, and I just wanted to be like her, and so I saved up and bought my own guitar myself. When I didn't have quite enough money, but I was almost there, I had a little cardboard cutout and I drew on frets and I drew the strings, and so I started teaching myself the chords before I even had a guitar. So I bought my first guitar in October, and then I just sort of started writing my own songs and having a good time with it. I think I was always sort of taking it seriously and I was always invested, but I saw so much growth in all of my songs, and it just sort of really struck home, and I realised I really wanted to do something with this and take it further. People, stories, events, other songs, other art, genuinely just everything. I'm not sure whether I'd like to go anywhere or take this anywhere, but ultimately the best thing that could happen, in my opinion, is that I make enough money off my music to just live in like a sustainable way where I can pay my rent, pay my bills, but do it by doing the things that I love and enjoy. Fame is overrated and it's such a maximalist capitalist thing to want, and I don't really want that, but to do something that I love every day. Last year I released an EP, and an unexpected challenge was the technology. A lot of people think Gen Z are so tech savvy, whereas I guess you could say that, but I had to learn how to convert sound files and put them on Logic and try and use physical converters to put the MIDI cable into a USB port, and I thought that, not that it would be easier, it's just that I would get it a bit faster, but I really had to take time to sit down and teach myself all of the intricacies. And I think an unexpected challenge is just myself creating barriers that I shouldn't have, and I shouldn't have to deal with, just because I have to sort of jump over that extra hurdle if my own self is in my way. My favourite thing about performing is the people and the feeling. I meet so many new people whenever I perform, and it feels so exhilarating and exciting to get up on the stage and have people listen to your confessionals as a song, because as a song you write from a place of, whether it be confessing someone else's feelings or confessing your own, or just having something to tell. It's so inspiring to perform that and see people relate to it and enjoy it. And I've had people come up to me and talk to me afterwards, and it's so exciting. I write a song in a couple different ways. The first way I write songs, which is just sort of, I am feeling some way about a certain situation, and I just want to express that in a certain way and write it down and put it on paper, and I don't really know how to explain that. I would just sort of try and figure out how to put it into words and how to make it sound good and flow in a way. However, I have been experimenting recently with different methods of writing songs. My song Venus, I wrote in France when I didn't have access to any instruments or anything. And so I sat down and I was like, right, I want to express this feeling of like love and longing and sorrow, but I can't do what I usually do. And so I sort of almost wrote a poem, except it had the intention of being written with a melody. And so I went down and I counted syllables out, and I thought about words, and I thought about how I could rearrange the sentences very technically. And then I went to a piano right at the end of the trip. I managed to get my hands on a piano and quickly plan out some chords and plan out a basic melody. And I didn't actually finish it until I came home. The key question that people ask a songwriter is, do you write the lyrics first or do you write the music first? With me, it was always both at the same time. Certain lyrics would just have a melody pop into my head. But with this, it was my first time writing lyrics first, and I found out that actually helped quite a lot, and it was quite fun and exciting. And another way I write songs is me trying the other way, is having music first. Like with my song Edge of Success, I knew I wanted to write a song on the loop pedal. I got it for Christmas and I was so excited, and I wanted to do something with harmonies, and I wanted to sort of create percussion with my guitar. And so I sat down and I made a percussion line, I made a bass line, I made a counter melody, and I put chords over it. And then after I created this entire layer of like the music and the chords, then I started spitballing and creating all these melodic lines, and then after that would I write the lyrics. And so I guess it's just a whole mix of me trying to diversify my way of creating things. And so I guess now I write in 3 different ways, which is very exciting. It's good to develop and explore your craft, but yeah, it sort of depends on the day, because I'd love to become a better producer, and I'm working on that. I'm having fun while I'm doing it too. I work on Logic at the moment. I love words and I love how they rhythmically fit together. I haven't really explored jazz or rap as much as I would have liked to. I feel like I'm overstepping a bit, I don't know. I'd like to explore elements of more heavily produced songs. Start now, get invested, look for inspiration everywhere, and enjoy it. Don't lose your passion.
Disrupted by the way I think, a constant state of melancholy. If only I knew what you tell me. I can't promise the world no more than I can promise you. I can't see the sunshine, but I can feel the warmth on my chest. If I could trust myself as you trust the sky, I'd be patient, be kind, I would bloom just like flowers do.